for Golfers RX, bringing you something a little bit different this week. Last week we did a video on recovery stretches, things that you can do after you play golf or after you work out or after you've just been sitting at the office all day to feel better, hopefully to get the body a little rejuvenated and have you feeling better the next day. And pretty much everything we did was for the hips and the legs. So we got a lot of emails last week about what can I do for the upper body to recover after I play or after I work out, whatever. So we've got a few things for you that you can do here today, get the body back, especially if you have any soreness after you play. Hopefully keep the body a little more malleable, hopefully keep the body, a little bit more active and recovering quickly for the next day, especially if you're playing again the next day. So simple one here to start with, just for the wrists, a little bit into the forearms. Real simple stretch. You're going to turn the hands facing back towards you. Just give a little lean into it. Okay, it doesn't need to be a lot here, guys. Again, we're not doing recovery stretches really hard. We're not doing them to beat ourselves up. We're not doing them for a workout. We're doing it just to loosen very slowly into the muscles. In yoga, we call these yin poses. You spend a little extra time in them. So you can do this for a couple minutes. If you want a little more, start to bend into the elbows a little bit. It's going to start to lean back a little. The only thing you don't want to do is let the palms come up off the floor. So if you lean back a little, that feels good. Fantastic. Again, you can just kind of hang out here. Doesn't need to be a whole lot of work to it. You can also go the other way, hands facing forward, just leaning onto the backs of the hands. And you do not want to put a lot of pressure into your wrists here. Very, very light. You don't need to lean forward and add a lot of pressure to this. And again, normally with stretching and with yoga, we say 70, 75% max. These are more like a 45, 50% max. So just an easy little lean into it there. Another one we have here for the shoulders. In yoga, we call this child's pose. So you're going to take the big toes together to touch. You can't really see them. Maybe you can see them between my legs there. Big toes are just barely touching. Take the knees out as wide as it feels good. Just going to walk the hands forward. Start to lay the forehead down here. So the longer you stay here and the more we can feel like our chest is reaching for the ground, the more you're going to feel this into the shoulders. If you've got a little extra space there, you can stay on the fingertips here. Again, not a lot of movement with this, just hanging out. If you want a little extra and you have something, you can grab a couple of books. I've got a couple of these small spree balls. Roll them right out in front of you, just to add a little height, give you a little bit more leverage to get into those shoulders. So again, not pressing down, just relaxing, letting the body sink into these poses, getting nice and long through the back, through the shoulders. Should start to feel really good in the shoulders. And again, guys, you can do these for a couple of minutes if that feels good to you. And another good one here for a little bit of a twist. This is going to get into the back. Should start to help you feel really good, especially after a lot of rotation in the golf swing. So we're going to go to what's called tabletop, which is just hands and knees. And to start off with here, we're going to bring the left hand under the nose, open the right hand all the way to the sky, just to get a little twist here, and then thread that right arm under that left. You can work the back of the hand for the ground. You can work the right ear for the ground. You can straighten this top arm, whatever feels good. You don't really want to kink way over to the side. You want to try to stay fairly square. That's pretty difficult to do, especially when we're rotating through the upper back. So again, we don't need any extra here, just hanging out. You're going to feel this through the spine, feel it into the shoulders a little bit as well. Again, just spend a little bit of time with it. I'm going to show you this one again from the side for the left side. So for the left, right hand right underneath the nose. Open that left hand all the way to the sky. Feel a nice big stretch that way. Start to work that left arm under the right, work that left ear for the ground. Again, you can walk this top arm out if that feels good. And there's nothing you need to do here, guys. We don't need to reach further. We don't need to press the hand into the ground. Just hang out for a minute or so. Should feel really good into the shoulder blade all the way through the upper spine as well. So good one there to tinker with a little bit, guys. And then one more for you here for the shoulders. I'm going to show you this one from the side as well. Just take a seat, whatever's comfortable for you on the ground. You can start to walk the arms back a little bit, okay? So the further back we go with this, you're going to start to feel a little bit of a stretch into there. Doesn't matter how low you go. We're not trying to take this really deep again and see how far we can go with it. Just get it to a comfortable spot. Again, about 50%. Just hang out. You can turn the TV on, sit for a couple minutes, just stretching into those shoulders. You don't want to slump here. You do want to try to keep a little bit of a straight back and then just relax. You don't need to put extra force into the shoulders. Just hang out. Take a few nice deep breaths. It's going to help you get into those shoulders a little bit deeper there. So the upper body for recovery stretches, guys, is a little bit more difficult than the lower body. If you remember the video that we did last week, a lot of laying on the ground, letting the body just fall, letting the knees fall to get to the hips, feet up the wall, whatever it is. So you might not spend as much time in these stretches for the upper body as you do in the lower, But these are still great. You're going to get a lot of nice release. You're going to get some good recovery from these stretches as well. And again, anytime we're doing recovery, the whole goal is to relax. Just get into them, find as comfortable of a position as you can. Let the body sink into it. That's what's going to get those muscles rejuvenated, recovered quicker, have it come back tomorrow, have the body feeling really good the next day. So guys, fire along any questions you might have for me, especially about these recovery stretches we've done for the last couple of weeks. You can always email me, mark@thegolfyogi.com, or you can send your emails or questions straight into the blog for Golfers RX. Thanks, guys. Let me know how these work out for you. Go out and play some great golf. Cheers, guys.